Hello, my love. Welcome back to Flying in English. My name is Nikki, and this is 500 Big Ones, episode 3. What are we doing? We're studying from a native level English story so we can learn to speak and sound like real Americans. Last time we uncovered 2 ways to talk about dollars in English. They're super common, super fun, and what are they? Well, I'm not going to tell you. If you want to know, you can go back and watch episode 2 of the series. I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. But for now, let's jump straight into it. 500 Big Ones, episode 3.
Unbelievable! What? I won the lottery! No way! How much you win? 500 big ones. Oh, that's not half bad. I know, right? I was thinking if I ever won the lottery, it'd be something puny like $5. How come you even bought the lottery? I didn't think you were the gambling type. Well, I didn't set out to buy it for myself. My sister is always begging me to buy her a lottery ticket. She's convinced she's gonna win one day. I went to get her one for her birthday, and I decided on a whim to buy one for myself.
Okay, so we found out why he bought the lottery, even though he's not a lottery guy, huh? Let's look at the first line. It says, how come you even bought the lottery? I didn't think you were the gambling type. So it starts with one of my favorite phrases because I use it all the time. How come? And it's so good. I don't hear non-natives use this enough. It's so important to practice what a native speaker says and not just what a book tells you. How come is how we say why often. It's pretty much the same. You do have to change the grammatical structure of the sentence though. So for instance, why didn't you call me? You would say, how come you didn't call me? How come you didn't call me? Or why were they late? How come they were late? So it's the same, but you have to change the word order. So let's analyze what is the word order. How come you didn't call me? Why didn't you call me? So the didn't and the you swap places. Didn't you? You didn't. How come they were late? Why were they late? So the they and the were switch places. So what's happening in the why sentence? We have the question sentence structure. In a question sentence structure, often the verb and subject are switching places. But with how come, they don't switch places. It's more of a statement sentence structure, okay? That's the basic way of making a how come sentence. So how come you're listening to me in your living room? I don't know if you're in your living room. Are you? If you are, I called you out. Or how come this water bottle's on the floor? Okay, let's move on. So the next one is the gambling type. The type. So it means, the type means personality or habit. So you can be a blah, blah, blah person, a blah, blah, blah type. She's the spending type, or he's the saving type, or they're the pranking type, or we're not the drinking type. So the different types of personalities or habits. Okay, let's look at the next part. It's a little long, so let's break it down a little bit. I didn't set out to buy it for myself. Didn't set out to. So what does that mean? It means didn't plan to, didn't mean to. For example, I didn't set out to become a teacher, but I love it. And then my sister is always begging me to buy her a lottery ticket. Begging. That's a wonderful word to use casually and specifically just to mean asking in a desperate way. So to beg is actually a word for a person who's poor on the street and asking for money, asking for handouts, asking for something without working or doing anything for it, just asking for it. That's begging. But we can use it in general to just mean asking for something really, really strongly. Like I really, really want something. You're just really, really asking for it in a strong way, in a desperate way. You're begging. So it's great if you want to get something from a friend. Lend me the dress. I'm begging you. Or if you're describing a time when you asked for something and you were really asking strongly. I begged my boss for the day off. He nearly said no. So begging is a really great, colorful word to make your English much more interesting. And then the next sentence he says, she's convinced she's going to win one day. Convinced. It means 100% sure. So there's no doubt, you totally believe 100%. I am convinced. So you can be convinced that it's going to rain, even though the weather says it's not going to. It doesn't matter, right? You can be convinced if it's true. You can be convinced if there's evidence or whatever. Here's an example for you. I'm not convinced you're okay. Maybe there's something going on in your eyes. Maybe your eyes look sad. I'm not convinced. So in this example, convinced is an adjective. You are 100% sure. Convinced can also be a verb if you want to make someone believe something, right? Maybe it's not really meaning 100% sure so much as make someone believe. So for instance, the doctor convinced me to take the medication. So maybe I didn't want to take the medication before, or I didn't believe I needed it, but the doctor told me some things that were hard to deny, and I had to believe him. I was convinced. And then the final sentence is, I went to get her one for her birthday and decided on a whim to buy one for myself. On a whim. I love this phrase as well. It's so good. It means without planning, just because you feel like it. On a whim. So we do things on a whim all the time, or maybe you're not that type of person. There are some people who don't do things on a whim, but I do things on a whim sometimes, occasionally. So for instance, I bought this jacket on a whim, meaning you went in the store, maybe you were looking for shoes, or maybe you weren't going to buy anything, and you saw this beautiful jacket, and you're like, oh, I want it, and you buy it on a whim. You didn't plan to, you didn't decide beforehand, you just, in the moment, were like, I want this. You did it on a whim. Once I applied to a dental office on a whim. I actually got the job, and I worked there for 3 years. It's crazy how things work out, huh? Anyways, your practice plan is right here. This is your plan. Remember, you're going to take all those words and you're going to use them in one story on one topic every day for a week. I want to see those stories in the comments. Leave them below. And oh yeah, if you want to learn about those words that mean dollars that I talked about from the previous video, here's the link for you. You can go check it out on the channel. Go watch that next. And I will see you guys in the skies. Bye.